Hey guys, Century Air here with a new video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about big news for Century Alliance, and that news is that we made a second team. The second team is going to be Decade Uprising, and Decade Uprising is our second team, as I said. And in this video I'm just going to be talking about what it is and how you can join it and how that will lead to you being in Century Alliance. So, to start, this is what what Decade Uprising is. Decade Uprising is our second team, and we just wanted to do it to open up more opportunities for people to get into our clan and to be able to join. So, to start, how to join is there's a link to the Decade. Well, I just died, but the Decade RC is on the Decade channel. There's a link to it below. And yeah, let's go for it. There's lower standards than Century, because in Decade we're just trying to like get like the lower class people that aren't like as good as what are in our main clan. And yeah, that's basically that. But I could have just got a freaking feed there, but yeah guys, that's basically it. And if you want to join, you can go for that RC. And how you can get into Century Alliance from this, which is actually a pretty amazing idea, is that you get into Decade, right? So you get into Decade, you do the RC, you're in, right? So what you do is you get 8 clips, and that 8 clips goes to your introduction. Then you get your introduction into Decade. Once you get your introduction into Decade, then you hit 10 more clips. Those 10 more clips can go, well, I'm not going to make exact numbers because these numbers will vary depending on how we see it goes, because we're just starting, so the numbers may change on how many clips you have to get. But the clips you have to get after you get your introducing up in Decade, then you have to get however many clips again. Once you get those clips, you'll be into Century Alliance, and once you're into the Century, you aren't like high level Century, you're just like, you're there, you know? Like, you aren't gonna be like top class leader like Versi or I or Chronic or any of them. So yeah, and then that's how you get in. And then once you're in the Century, you can do your clips. You can be just like one of us, like you can just be going for all the clips and be pretty dope. And yeah, sorry I stutter much, because I stutter so much. I'm like a phase adapt, so I'm gonna join phase and just be like phase adapt. But enough of that. And that's how you join, that's how you get into Decade, and that's how you get into Century. The Decade RC should be up soon. Don't be alarmed if it isn't up as soon as you go to the link, because we're still making it. Yeah, and if there are any editors or anybody that wants to come and help, go for the RC, because there will be editor spots for it. And yeah, I hope you guys go for the RC, and hope you can get into Century or Decade. And that's been it. Peace.